woman by the name of Annie Londonderry began her journey to become the first woman to ride around the world on a bicycle. She went alone. She left her husband at home.
Yeah, so Evelyn and I had worked together as musicians. I played drums in her band, and she started writing a song cycle that ended up becoming this show, and it was songs about this bike, about the bike. And I was actually storing my old CCM at her house in the basement, and she suggested for these songs, maybe I could try using that as a percussion instrument. And so it became just a journey of discovery of how to use that as an instrument as she was writing those songs. And then the breakthrough really happened when we figured out to put contact microphones on the bike so that we could amplify it, and I could process it through some reverb and then put it through a loop pedal so that I can actually record on stage while I'm playing and then start building on top of those recordings. And then at that point it was really just a discovery of what sounds the thing could make. And, you know, percussionists are always banging on things anyway and like always trying to make musical instruments out of whatever's around. So it was a natural thing, but it took some time. And yeah, I had to make a bunch of mistakes in front of people because we were workshopping the show and I'd try things and it wouldn't be the right thing. And so it was kind of like discovering a whole new instrument. And I'm kind of now at the point where I'm confident about what it sounds like, but it still throws surprises your way because it's not really a musical instrument. It's an object and it's a tool in a way. This was my first experience with it, and it's funny. We've toured this show for 4 years, and most of the places that we play, or people will react to it, and it's incredible to them that someone has turned that into an instrument. But one festival we played in Newfoundland was called the Sound Symposium, and it's an entire festival of people creating musical sounds out of things that are found objects. And to everyone at that festival, it was really no big deal that you were playing a bike, because there's someone playing a sewing machine, and there's someone playing a door. I didn't really have a plan. I knew that for songs I wanted there to be a sonic landscape that could replicate a drum kit somewhat. So when I discovered that the seat would make essentially a bass drum sound, and that the fenders, when played with brushes, would kind of replicate a hi-hat, then it was like, okay, I can create beats for quote-unquote regular pop songs. And that was sort of the basis for it. But the thing that I've really enjoyed is finding things that are more like being a Foley artist. So there are things where Evelyn will say something about something being like waves, and then I'll find some sound that in my ear replicates that sound. And there's a lot of layers in the show like that I'm not sure everyone gets when they hear it because they're listening to the text of what she's saying. But I'm trying to create sounds that really, communicate to the text. I think so. I had never done that with found objects before, but I'd always been interested in it, and I love musicians who are doing things that are different like that. So it was a really exciting challenge, and it's been super fun to figure it out. It's really about everything that a bike can mean to someone, and for me personally, it is about freedom and emancipation, and that can be very personal or that can be political. But it's really about that, to me it comes back to the image of the moment where you first ride, or where your parent or whoever it is pushes you off on that bike and you realize you can do it for the first time. And I think that's a beautiful metaphor for so many things in life, taking that challenge and realizing that you have a sense of, of autonomy and freedom.